Chaos as the mystery of Heather's disappearance is revealed. It's no longer just a theory that Heather left town to calm down and think about her life. In fact, she's dead. The heartbreaking truth is that Heather didn't leave on her own, but was thrown over a bridge into the river by Sharon, in a fit of rage and psychosis. Her death is confirmed when Heather's body floats up from the river, leaving everyone to face the horrifying truth. With Heather's death confirmed, Daniel and his daughter Lucy's worlds are shattered. Daniel, who had a deep emotional bond with Heather, now faces the pain of an unfathomable loss. Lucy, too young to understand the full extent of the situation, is also caught up in the family's undeniable grief. In a panic and grief, Daniel makes one of the most difficult calls of his life. He calls Paul Williams, Heather's father. This emotional and tearful phone call is Daniel's way of informing Paul of his daughter's death and asking him to return to Genoa City to face the tragedy together. Paul, as a father and a veteran investigator, may return to find out the truth and bring justice to his daughter. But will Paul's return actually happen? Paul Williams, a longtime fixture on The Young and the Restless, could be a key piece in solving this case. As a private investigator and experienced law enforcement officer, Paul not only returns to Genoa City to remember his daughter, but also to use his investigative skills to find out who killed Heather, whether it was Sharon or not. However, the chances of Paul returning are slim. Doug Davidson, who played Paul for many years, left the show in 2018 and last appeared in 2020. While many viewers still hope for Paul's return, the reality is that his story has been quietly pushed off-screen, with his life in Portugal and failed marriage to Christine Blair taking place entirely off-screen. However, in the world of soap operas, anything is possible. It's possible that Paul will return, but all of his dialogue and appearances will be told through other characters, making his return feel like an out-of-reach mystery. Meanwhile, Sharon, who has been completely disoriented after years of suffering, is becoming an extremely dangerous character. Since losing her daughter Cassie, Sharon has been dealing with a number of mental health crises, and Cassie's death has haunted her for a long time. Sharon believed that Daniel was somehow responsible for her loss. She blamed Daniel for the loss of her ex-husband Nick, and from then on, revenge began to grow in Sharon's mind. Sharon stopped taking her psychiatric medication and wanted her life back to normal, but her mental state worsened. In a fit of rage and hallucinations, Sharon decided that the only way to relieve her pain was to take revenge on Daniel. However, Sharon's plan to poison Daniel was stopped by the sudden appearance of Heather. Heather, an accidental victim, entered Daniel's apartment and saw Sharon preparing to carry out her evil plot. In that terrifying moment, Sharon did not give Heather time to escape. Desperation and chaos in her mind drove Sharon to act without thinking, killing Heather in a violent outburst. Without hesitation, Sharon threw Heather's body into the river, considering it a meaningless piece of trash. But will Sharon stop here? Or will she continue her plan, with Daniel as her next target? In Sharon's troubled mind, two voices begin to argue fiercely. One is Cameron, who has been inciting Sharon to take revenge, and the other is Heather, the ghost of the innocent woman she just killed. Heather, now a symbol of remorse and conscience, may confront Sharon in her dreams and hallucinations, preventing Sharon from continuing her killing spree. In Sharon's chaotic mental world, she may find herself facing the ghost of Heather, the woman she killed. Heather will not leave Sharon alone, but will try to convince her to stop before more innocent people are harmed. Sharon is on the brink of a complete mental breakdown, but will she be able to realize it and stop before it's too late? The story of Heather's death, Paul's return, and Sharon's final confrontation with Heather's ghost is sure to bring plenty of drama and surprises to The Young and the Restless. Daniel and Lucy are on the brink of loss once again, as Sharon continues to act out of control.